Hi, my name is Tom Oberbauer, and I'll be speaking to you about the natural wonders of Baja California. Today, I'm traveling with a group of researchers down the west coast of Baja California, and we're stopping at a number of obscure and little visited islands. Today we're on Todos Santos Island. It consists of a group of two islands, the South Island and the North Island, and we're on the South Island today. It's roughly a mile long, about a half a mile wide, has an elevation peak of about just under 300 feet. It's only a few miles off of Punta Banda in Baja California, the area where La Bufadora is. It has a large breeding colony of western gulls and California brown pelicans, as well as some interesting plants. It's another indication of the natural wonders of Baja California. On South Todos Santos Island, there's also a very large colony of California brown pelicans. This is Leptocyme maritima. It's a plant that grows along the west coast of Southern California and San Diego County, and then down on the islands of Baja California and a little bit on the mainland of Baja California. You can hear the western gulls in the background. Now we are on the North Island of the Todos Santos pair of islands. The North Island is smaller than the South Island, and it has less topographic diversity. It's more flat, and it's kind of like a big mesa. On the South Island, the rabbits were released probably in around the late 1970s, and they were removed finally in the mid-1990s or so to remove them because the rabbits ate a lot of the vegetation and damaged the vegetation and left a lot of more weedy species on the South Island. The North Island still has some intact vegetation on the mesa here. Here we have Dianandra greeniana variety peninsularis. It occurs on the adjacent mainland around Ensenada and also on Todos Santos Island. This is a Schultzia ramosa. Schultzia ramosa is a very interesting plant because it is found on almost all of the Channel Islands in California and the islands in Baja California, except for San Geronimo and a couple of other really small ones. It's found on almost all of these islands, but it's not found on the mainland. And the mainland from Todos Santos Island is only half a dozen miles away. So it's interesting that it's maintained its endemism just to the islands and not on the mainland. Here we're looking across the North Island into the South Island. In the South Island, you can see the large mountain like hill in the middle of it, and then the kind of a sea stack type structure in the southern part of that island. This island, as I mentioned earlier, is has much less topographic diversity. A lot of terraces and mesa top is basically what it is. And one thing that's very ubiquitous in these pictures and everywhere on this island is the western gulls. You can see all those white spots through the video, through the scene, and those are western gulls. The North Island has two interesting lighthouses, and apparently it's possible to walk up inside them, and we'll see if we can do that. This is the entry door into the large red lighthouse, and the staircase is a spiral staircase that goes up to the light. And here we have the Fresnel lens that's used to amplify the light. This is the view from up on top of the old historic red lighthouse. You can see the majority of the North Island here and all of the South Island, as well as Punta Banda in the background. That's the mainland of Baja California, south of Ensenada. Here's some of the more relatively intact vegetation on the North Island. Encilia, which is the big, large flowered, yellow flowered shrubs, and Berger cactus, The cactus, it sort of looks like velvety snakes sticking up out of the ground. And in some places, Artemisia californica, California sagebrush. I mentioned earlier the velvet cactus that looks like snakes rising up from the horizon. Here we have the velvet cactus, Burgero emeryii, on the North Island. And here's one of its flowers. Interestingly, the Todos Santos Islands had endemic forms of mammals that occurred on the mainland. This is an endemic form of white-footed mouse that occurs on Todos Santos Island, and there used to be an endemic species of wood rat, Neotoma anthonyi, that occurred on the island. It's now extinct. And here we have a side-blotched lizard that occurs on the islands. It's also common on the mainland.